everybody? Welcome to Accurate Opinions with Hope and Dwayne. Dwayne, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Seemed like it's been a moment since I had a time to catch up with you. What's going on?
Just got back in from Colorado and I'm feeling pretty good.
Good. Colorado military duty, and we were able to pick up a new federal holiday while you were away. Juneteenth.
A new federal holiday? Is that what it's called?
Well, it is a federal holiday, and it is added to the calendar effective, Friday?
Okay,
So, yeah.
okay. You know, and it's funny because whenever we were in Colorado, right, it came so fast. And boy, we were off the next day like it wasn't nothing.
Well, at least you guys got it. I'm going to be honest with you. When I pulled up at work today, the parking lot was kind of slim, and I was saying to myself, did I miss a memo? And I'm not saying we won't get it in the future, but I thought maybe I missed some. And I was kind of looking forward to, someone telling me to stay on at the house.
What is it today?
Yeah.
Really?
No. What did you ask me? I'm sorry.
Were the people at work today?
Oh, yes. Oh,
everybody was good today?
Everybody
Okay.
was there. I mean, I guess those who had planned to be there, there's a few people on vacation this week. But other than that, we were in the house representing.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
No doubt. Yeah.
So
So happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy Juneteenth. I'm 2-time black. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're 2 times black.
Nah, because I saw some crazy T-shirts out there. Was it like 2 times black, extra black? What is it?
I saw one my cousin had on one the other day. She said, "I am black, but today I'm blackity black."
Oh, yeah. I saw the blackity black one too.
Right. And it's funny, they made those T-shirts last year. My cousin made them for a couple of people by request, and they were like, "You getting one?" And I get it, but I was kind of, being, my job, I try to keep everything on an even keel, not go to different things, but I really support what they wear and what they do. I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing. And, I'm definitely going to celebrate the actual holiday going forward, so.
Oh yeah. We got to.
And you guys, in the spirit of Juneteenth, we got to make sure that we support black businesses. We have to share, the black people we admire. Let them know you admire them. I have a cousin. I don't want to say, I think he may be kin to me, but there's a young man. He's a preacher in the community, and I'm thinking about calling him out, but he always tell me when he see me, "Sister, I admire you." And I don't even know why. He's older than me, but he told me one day, he said, when I was younger and in church, he used to always say, "My kids are watching you. Keep it up. And to me, I'm like, okay. But now when I see the kids in the street, when I look at them, I was like, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are like my little sister. Because I always thought about what their dad said to me when they were young.
Well, that's good.
So I think it's very important that, we continue to support the black businesses, take time to just relax. It's not
Right.
a day of labor necessarily, but take time to relax and, and celebrate our freedom. I mean, it happened. It may not have happened to me and you, Dwayne, but, it happened to somebody we know in our lineage.
Right.
It definitely happened, and use our voice to spread love. We got to spread love. There's never enough. I mean, there is enough, but we can't, it's never too much. Let me say it that way. We got to spread love.
I was talking to the commander, and she was like, "We're off tomorrow." I'm like, "We're off tomorrow for what?" And she was like, "Juneteenth." I was like, "Okay, we're off for Juneteenth. All right." And then she said Joe Biden signed it into as a federal holiday. I'm like, "All right, cool. That's what's up." So when I had my day off, I went to Pikes Peak, to the top of Pikes Peak. Yes, Lord. Hey, I didn't think I was going to make it up there because one of my soldiers said that they were the closer he got to the actual top, I guess the pressure and everything got too much for him. He had to actually pull over. And
Gotcha.
But he did end up making it to the top. So I went all the way to the top, no problem, because I'm a beast.
Okay, beast.
I say that now, but I was scared going up there.
I'm sure. That sounds like fun. I would hope that if I would go there that I could make it. But a lot of times we take for granted the normacy we have here, walking on level ground. And you said you were how many grounds above sea level where you were?
I was 14,115 feet above sea level.
And what is it about the air that makes it so hard for people when they go up there?
I want to say the air's thinner.
Yes,
okay. Yeah. But, of course, I asked the crazy question, so what's the difference in going up to Pikes Peak and flying in a freaking airplane? And one guy looked at me and he gave me a look like, it's pressurized. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, don't even, judge me like that. You know what I'm saying? It's pressurized.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that was a good way to celebrate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was kind of like a day of rest. You didn't have to work.
Right.
Because you were definitely there on duty. And, guys, just to bring Juneteenth in a little closer here, back in June 19th, 1865 is when the word made it to Galveston, Texas. The war, what was it, World War II? Is that right, Dwayne? It was the Civil War. It was the Civil War. That the Civil War had ended and, that the slaves were free. So let's just be mindful about our history. However we celebrate it, let's keep it in peace. That's my biggest thing. Let's keep it peaceful. If someone try to make something out of it, I know there's a big dance between like us celebrating, Juneteenth and maybe some, and I'm not saying there is, I'm just using this for a comparison and contrast, like the Confederate flag. Whatever you celebrate it for, do your celebration, but let's not make it anything argumentative or anything where it has to be, any tension. Let's all just celebrate freely, and be glad. I know it may sound crazy, but sometimes we can take the smallest of things and it can metastasize. It's like, hey, this is not what I meant it to be. I just want, basically applaud my ancestors for the things they went through back before I came. And I thank the Lord for 1974, honey.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell
no
you
doubt.
something.
No doubt.
Ooh, I thank him because, we always say what we couldn't have done. I'm just glad I didn't have to experience it. My mom tells me about, the picking of cotton. My granddad had 8 girls and most of them were, in the fields. And, even to this day, she can look at that, doing that type work as a way of life, that help her progress in life, you know what I'm saying, where I don't want to go back to, so slavery, nevertheless, I got aunts that say, hey, that's how I learned to cook. I was always in the kitchen. I was trying stuff. I mean, look at me, I'm a caterer, so there was a lot of good that came out of it. It may have been meant for one thing, but some good came out of it.
That's good.
I'm glad about it.
I don't know how to pick no cotton. I actually tried to work in a tobacco field one time. So one of my aunts needed the day off, and I remember they were getting paid $25 a day. And I said, listen, I go and do whatever it is that you do for that day, and I work in the field. Man, let me tell you, boy, that was something crazy. It was a beast. It was a beast. And then we got I think we got an hour for lunch. But we didn't go to like Applebee's and nothing like that. We just went to under a tree, stayed there, ate like a sandwich, a Coca-Cola and some peanuts. That was our thing. So, but I never worked in a field, never, ever, ever. So I tried picking beans one time though. I wasn't very good at picking beans. I could never get the damn crate full.
But you could get it you could pluck them correctly, right?
I could pluck them correctly,
Okay.
but I could not get the crate full. So you got paid by the crate. So
Right.
if I couldn't get the crate full, then I had an issue.
That sun wasn't hot enough for you. I'm telling you, because last year my dad is always, if someone tell my dad, hey, the normal trade here in the South, and it may be different or the same elsewhere, but my dad, I love, fresh vegetables. So a friend of my dad's has a field over here in the back part of Gas, and he told my dad, he said, you can come pick as much as you want. All I asked, if you pick you a bushel, you pick me a bushel. And
That's
I was
fair.
like, that's not, yeah. And I mean, some good field peas, so he had gone one time and got some, and he called my dad and he said, so what he'd do, he'd do them in rows. He'd pick like the first 3 rows while the other 3 get ready. Then he'd pick that, So he called my dad. He was like, these other rows ready if you want them. I mean, to him, of course, that was a way for him to get peas in his freezer, but it was a way for us to get peas in ours.
Right.
So I got up one day. I said, you know what? I'm going to go find this field. And I went over there and helped my dad to pick the peas. And this was last year.
Okay.
And he's slow. He getting in the car, moving down per row. I'm just grabbing. And my mom came out there and helped me too. And then he left, and I turned back around. He said he was tired. He needed something to drink. He'd run out of water. And I said, you know what? I'm not tired. I went back and I picked a basket for the man, and I picked one for him. So yeah, yay for fresh vegetables.
Yeah, my grandmother, I used to go out and she would tell me to pick strawberries, and I would do the same thing. I would pick, like, one day I would pick all the strawberries, and then the next day I would take off and then I guess let them grow or something.
Right.
And then, a couple days later, then I would go back out and then I would pick more strawberries. So yeah, you just kind of like pick a little bit, let them grow. I mean, I did that the whole summer, but it was fun because I could eat them as I was picking them, so it was cool.
Back then we didn't wipe nothing off. It went from the plum tree to our mouth. We might have, did like this after mama and them told us to.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's amazing how things now can basically make you sick if you don't wash it off.
I remember we used to go blackberry hunting, and we would like get down in the ditch and pull the blackberries out of the ditch. And like you say, if it was a good, like, big blackberry, man, that thing never made it to the house. It would just go right in our belly. And now to actually think about it and say, like, all of the like chemicals and stuff that they spray on the crops, and we're eating all that, like, poison and all kind of crazy stuff. So
all we had to do was run it out of us, though.
hey, that's it.
Get in that field, play
That's it.
kickball,
Oh,
play a
yes,
little
Lord.
basketball. Don't let it be dodgeball. When you got to dodge the ball or, freeze tag or something,
Mm-hmm.
we got it out of our system. And, I remember being told a long time ago that the body is designed to heal itself if we just breathe right.
Right.
When you think about it, you're like, I'm breathing right. But how many times a day have you taken a deep breath?
Until you have an issue with your lungs, you don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
When I was practicing my whole little my little running thing, right? So one of the guys asked Jack Daniels, who's like this world-renowned running coach, he's like, so how do you breathe? He said, I don't know, you just do it. You're not thinking about it. You're sitting here now, you're not thinking about breathing. So why you got to think about it whenever you're running? So I got that mentality, like, I'm not going to think about it. But then I started having problems with my lungs. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Let me get a deep breath. A deep breath became important,
Exactly. Yeah. So, it's funny how we can reflect things that our parents, well, let me say my parents, I'm not quite sure what your mom did,
Mm-hmm.
but things that my parents, my mom and my dad did to help my grandparents make a living. It's things we're talking about right now that we did for fun, and we was like, we got done with it, we out.
Mm-hmm.
No more peas picking today, Dad, or no more strawberry picking today. And matter of fact, I went to pick strawberries last year. I think a lot of people did when the pandemic hit. The strawberry patch I went to the one down Garners Ferry Road, somewhere down there. I think it's Cobble.
Okay.
Cottle Farmers or something like that. Yeah, me and Keita went in Lakin, but I went because Sherelle had told me about it. She had taken her daughter out there, and she came back with the sweetest strawberries. And my parents love them. My mom, my brother, they all enjoyed them. So, yeah. So fun times, like I said, but my heart, my love, my thank you to all of those who paved the way, to all of those who were enslaved and thought it not robbery. Hey, I got to do this for my family, for my future. And look, your future is sitting here today thanking you. You may be long gone, but we're still thankful.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yes, I do.
Yep. I mean, we may have jobs where we get to ride in air-conditioned trucks or sit behind the desk, but it was all because of what they did, honestly.
Why you gotta?
I'm just, what?
You're always talking about my trucking job.
No, I use air-conditioned desk as well. I'm just saying.
I'm offended, Miss Jeffcoat. I'm offended.
My apologies. I apologize. I'm just saying, a lot of times we take things for granted. You went and got you went to trucking school to learn how to drive trucks. I ain't even talk about the schools I went to. But anyway, I got the degree. I'm a super student. All these degrees. But anyway, but my point is, we take for granted, I got a degree. But listen, had it not been for your grandmother or your great-grandmother, your great-great-great-grandmother,
Right.
it would not have been possible. Just imagine them, and I'm not talking about abortion, but just imagine them aborting their dream and saying, you know what, I'm not going to get married. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of cooking for somebody. I'm tired of cleaning for somebody. Just imagine them not cohabitating and not furthering the family line. Yeah, they could have aborted the dream, so we couldn't be here. So there's a lot of thanks to be given.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Mommy.
Thank you, Mommy, and thank you, Daddy. Thank you to my grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
My sweet Annie Dibble and my sweet Louise Jeffcoat. My grandmother Louise used to go. I go out there and pick blackberries, one little stick. I'm crying. She said, "Get out of the way," and she just didn't know. She was picking and dropping them, and I was eating them. Got me a blackberry dumpling. Yes,
I remember my grandmother used to always tell me. She said, "I said, Grandma, I hurt my back." She said, "Boy, you ain't got no back."
ain't got no back.
I don't know what she called it now because it sure enough be hurting. And it's costing me thousands of dollars. And they say it's a back. I don't know what it is, but they say it's a back.
Well, I guess what? I believe it's a back. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, good. Your heart's and mind clear?
I'm clear. I'm motivated.
I like that. And that's what it's all about. Be motivated. Take it to the next level. Whatever it is. Like I say, let's support each other more. Let's tell somebody we know who has done well. And, if a lot of times we watch people in secret. We'll be talking, she done a good job, or he did a good job. Go tell that person. They probably need that boost to keep on. Somebody say, I'm going to retire. Let these young children have it. No, we need you there to help train us. I'm telling you, I just want to say this little one thing and shout out to my cousin Quincy. He got a saying, I'm sure he got it from the old persons, saying, just got here, can't tell, been here, nothing. For those of us, 30, 40, 50, trying to talk, you looking at my mom and my dad and your parents, but we can't tell them anything, but they can show us a lot. And it's going to come a time where we're going to be them, and guess what? We're going to have to tell the generations behind us. So we just, like I said, let's just thank everybody who's ahead of us, be it in the workplace, in the family life, in the lineage somewhere. Thank somebody. Let them know you appreciate it.
Yeah, that's extremely important. I was looking at a show, or I was listening to a show the other day, and what you just said is basically what Joe Rogan was saying. The older people are constantly teaching us, and sometimes we don't take that advice. We see a guy, he's bent over, he's barely making it, and Joe Rogan was like, listen, you gonna make it there one day, just keep on breathing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take advice from him and everything, and just live life is what he was saying. Just basically don't be waiting till the next day, just do it now.
Right. And a lot of us, we get that opportunity standing over someone's shoulder, like watching them cook, watching them make their favorite, recipe. And we always complain like, oh, I saw him, but I never did it myself. It's going to come a time, and it may not be where that person get to stand back and watch you, but it's going to come a time where you're going to get the opportunity to step up and make your own macaroni and cheese. Hey, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time, but keep trying. It's just like driving a stick. You're not going to be able to balance that clutch and that gas to make that car stop the very first time. But after a while, it becomes a skill. You make the person behind you feel like you're going to hit them. You just, hey. I love that.
It's like you're speaking from experience. That
I love it. I love it. I'm going to tell this little quick story before I go away. My mom had her first stick back in, I think, like 88, 89. We had a white Stanza. My dad brought that car home. And my Uncle Roach and Charlotte had taught me how to drive a stick where I used to watch them. And my uncle used to let me sit on his lap. You can do it in the yard, backing up and going forward. My mom got that doggone car and had a job downtown, and she had to park underground. And she didn't know how to balance that clutch. She came to the top of that hill, that light was red the way. She pushed that clutch back in and rolled right on back down.
Really?
Yes, she did.
Why?
Because she didn't know how, when she got to the top of the hill and had to stop it, she didn't know how to come off the brakes and give it gas without hitting the person behind her. So she went back down the hill, and she would ease up enough to see that light, and she would come back down until that light was green. She said when it was green, she shot down Main Street.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and one time she was in the road, and a guy was behind her, and she leave that light. She choked. She choked. She put her hand out the window. The guy said, "You'll get it," and he stayed right there and waited on her. Yeah, fun times. Yeah, so like I said, keep trying, guys. Only way you're gonna fail is if you don't try, and keep trying. You can do it. You guys, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your time. Please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can also listen to us on Spotify. You can visit our website at alwaysaccuratemediagroup.com and check out our smart home videography and photography offerings. Should you have any questions about any of the services we offer, you can visit us at the address listed below. You guys take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.
Bye.